Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ammo preferences, welcome to the Republic. Now, if you've been into guns or into the 2A community for any period of time, you know who Magpul is. They do everything from grips to stocks to furniture, not this particular piece, to bipods, to bolt gun bodies, to, well, magazines. In fact, they're so well known for doing magazines in the industry that most every AR-15 that you buy nowadays comes stock with a Magpul Pmag, generally a Gen 2. Even the AR-10 comes with a Magpul. Even the Shadow System series guns, most come with Magpul mags. Now, does that necessarily mean that Magpuls are the best for the job? I mean, after all, it's basically a clone-ish of the OEM Glock mag. A couple of differences, of course, you'll notice the base plate, which for those of us who, and we are showing clear, run magwells, that gives me a really nice base sticking out, which makes it easier to load that puppy in. Whereas the OEM Glock mags, without an additional base plate, which of course a lot of different people make, so if you get them, be very, very careful because not all parts are created equally. But you can see that guy's almost completely flush in there. Now, is that necessarily a bad thing? No, not really. The only difference is watch your fingers a little bit more when you're popping that puppy in there. And if you absolutely have to drag it out, you just don't have as much meat to grab hold of. Now, another difference is, of course, these Magpuls are entirely polymer, with the exception of the spring, of course, which can cause not only these feed lips to spread out over time and possibly not hold rounds in quite as well, but I've noticed that they also swell just a little bit as you load them, unlike the OEM Glock mags, which are metal lined right up to the feed lips themselves, which keeps them from spreading, rather not causing, but keeps them from spreading, and also prevents that kind of swelling. So, how did I figure that out? Well, and how do we test that? So, I've got a couple of different guns here. Of course, I've got my tried and true Shadow Systems MR920L. My EDC, we saw was clear. We also have Dalton's Shadow Systems MR920 Foundation series. We'll discuss them at another time. We can see clear. And we have one that is actually turning out to be quite a surprise, at least to me, and I'm really starting to love more and more, my PSA dagger. So, also clear. Now, all of these are theoretically, more or less, Glock clones. We know that the dagger, for example, takes pretty much any Gen 3 Glock parts, whereas this is really not going to take anything Gen 3. I believe Gen 4 or Gen 5 may work on them if I'm not mistaken. I forget things. I'm old. I'm half senile. Don't tell the HF that. But, so, as we load these in, we're in 1, 2, oh, little hang up there, 3, 4, Glock mags drop clear. Now these are all fully loaded. as well as my Pmags. And we get to the shadow systems, which of course were designed with and come standard with the Magpul Pmags. But they take Glocks 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, just fine. Let's see if the Magpuls fare just as well. We'll run in reverse, starting with the 920L. Again, these actually come standard with Magpuls. And 3, and 4, load, drop, clear, load, drop, 2, 3, 4, PSA. Hung, 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 and hung. So, that is actually how I figured out the swelling issue. I thought then, you think you see things, you think you feel things, but you're not sure until you actually put it to the test. So, let's find out if this is actually true or if just PSA and Pmags don't line up well. And now that all of our mags are empty, let's try that again. Pmag, drop, 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 fell over, drop. And of course the Glocks are all going to drop clear without issue. But what about PSA? Drop on Glock, drop, 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 Magpul, drop, 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 drop. So, full polymer, metal lining. The metal lining definitely prevents the mags from swelling, which means that they're going to drop clear every time. Now, of course, most people think, well, who cares if a full mag drops clear? I mean, when you're really going to speed drop a full mag? Maybe you won't. Maybe never. Maybe it doesn't matter if it drops clear when it's full, and it only matters if it drops clear when it's empty. But if simply loading the mag can change the physical dimension of it, could that be an indicator of potential problems to come? Something to consider when you're buying magazines or any other piece of equipment for that matter. I mean, think about it. You're talking about a piece of equipment that you're entrusting your life to, that you're entrusting your family's lives, your family's safety to. Is it worth the risk? Think it through, decide for yourself, and we'll see you in the next video. Oh, speaking of, I'm noticing most of my viewers still aren't subscribers. So, if you're watching this, especially if you've watched till the end, what's stopping you? What do you got to lose? It's just an extra subscription that we don't watch anyway. Of course, watch it. But, like, subscribe, comment, knock the shit out of that notification bell, and now we'll see you in the next video.